At this year's Better Man Conference on November 2nd, both in New York and San Francisco live as well as streamed, we're going to be tackling three themes this year: power, patriarchy, and privilege. And so what I want to do right now is I'm going to read from my book a little something about privilege. And so one of the things that I always talk about with privilege is once you become aware that you have it and you haven't demonized yourself, and you're able to own it without any self-judgment that's negative, you can arrive at a place of choice. Operative word here, choice. This is where you get to decide how to use your privilege in order to support and advance others. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of exercises, questions specifically. So here's the first one. What do I want to do with my privileges? Now, this is a personal choice, and obviously there's going to be different answers for people. And for me personally, what I most want to do with my privileges is to use it for good, for the sake of others' inclusion and advancement. So take a few moments and tune into what you'd like to do with your privileges and jot down a few notes. See what happens, see what comes to mind. That's the first thing. And if it's instinctual or if you have to think about it just a little bit more. Now, the second question is a little deeper, and this is more about what do you desire to do with your privilege? Now, it can be helpful to ask yourself why you're doing this work and then think backwards from there. For example, explore why you may want to change the culture at work. Once you've identified this, you can figure out the best action in terms of what to do with your privilege in order to achieve it. Last question. What can I do with my privileges? Now, each person can use privilege in numerous ways. For example, you can set up networking events that include women and underrepresented people. You might offer someone else the opportunity to take the lead on an initiative. Perhaps you will use your position and privilege to insist on a more diverse slate of candidates for a project. And of utmost importance, you can speak about your privilege in front of others, modeling for them what using privilege for good looks like. So when you can, take a few moments and write down a few ideas, and we'll see you at the Better Man Conference.